Gather all your things together. Something for under your head, a soft, warm blanket to keep you warm during this Yoga Nidra hypnotic practice. Be in any position that makes you feel comfortable. You could be lying on your side, you could be lying on your belly, you could be on your back, and if you are, you may want your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You could even choose to knock your knees together to allow the legs to relax. Shuffle around and be very fussy, making sure you're as comfortable as you possibly can do for this practice. Lie there now, becoming more and more comfortable. There's lots of ways of going into trance. Visualizing and being in the imagery of an item is one way of doing it, but it actually happens to us quite naturally. You can be one step removed from something, such as driving on a long journey, when you notice only 2 hours have passed in 20 minutes. Then you've been in a driving trance. Or maybe you're in a lift with lots of other people and you're all trying to ignore each other and sort of go into a starey trance. It's also a recurring cause of visiting accident and emergency, since people nowadays are texting as they're crossing the road and being oblivious to the world around them and knocking into lampposts. It's any way of being really immersed. Watching a film can have you be really drawn in. So it's quite a natural state and nothing to worry about. Listen now to the noises outside. Listen to the spaces between the sounds. Sense that there is movement outside and stillness in here. Be aware now of the different parts of your spine. Let your attention travel up and down the spine with the breath. Try to slow the breath down now. Inhaling and exhaling in equal length. As you pass up and down the spine, stop at parts of your spine like a passenger in a train coming into a platform at the station. Sometimes the train goes past the stations in a hurry and doesn't stop, and other times it does. Allow yourself to stop at each of the stations of your spine, inhaling up your spine and exhaling down. Be in the somatic experience of being in your body, kind of looking at those stations from within. Inhale into the base of your spine and the coccyx, the back of the waist and the back of the belly button area where it lifts from the floor, the back of the heart space and the thoracic region, the back of the neck where it lifts away from the floor again, up inside the head, opposite the bit between your eyebrows, all the way to the tippy top of the crown area. And now exhale all the way back down your spine from the top to the bottom. You can imagine looking at your reflection on the floor as if you had a mirror above you, and just see yourself looking down at your body. Let your gaze fall on each part of the body as I mention them, without moving them, staying perfectly still now. Begin at the crown of your head. You can even stay with the inhale and exhale up and down the spine, and maybe kind of just ignoring at a conscious level what I'm saying, and let another part of you follow what I'm saying. drawing the awareness now to the eyebrow center, the hollow between the collarbones at the base of the throat, toward the right shoulder, the base of the throat again, and now your left shoulder. Right elbow, left elbow, right wrist, left wrist, toward the right thumb and the left thumb. Right index finger, left index finger, right third finger, left third finger, right fourth finger, left fourth finger, right baby finger and the left baby finger. All the thumbs and the fingers on the right, all the thumbs and the fingers on the left. The base of the throat again now, and the heart space, inside the left breast, inside the right breast, the heart space again. Now drawing your awareness to the pelvic floor. We call this Mula Bandha in yoga. The knees, both sides, and the toes, both sides, both ankles, and all the way back up to your knees again, and your hips, back up to the pelvic floor, all the way up to your heart space and the eyebrow center, and right up through the crown of your head. The body is becoming more and more comfortable. Feel it continuing to breathe up and down the spine, watching it happen. No need for effort, just watching it happen. Feeling aware of being in this practice, of the body resting deeply, aware and engaged, aware of the outside, the sounds, and aware inside, this practice of Yoga Nidra. And coming now in your imagination, it's the end of the night, when it can feel very magical. Imagine you're at the edge of a field or a park or a plateau on a hill, and you can see over there on the horizon the sun just beginning to rise and light creeping slowly over the horizon. And you can see the silhouette of a hot air balloon. A pilot is waiting there for you. As you wander over there towards him, you can see the balloon is all lit up. It's the most wonderful air balloon you've ever seen. Appreciate its aesthetics now, how well it's constructed. The pilot is ready for you and helps you to enter this very sturdy basket. He signals to cast away, and the ropes gently let go. As you look over the side, the ground seems to sink away, and the sky seems more apparent. You can see the landscape beneath you. It's going from really big to something small, pocket handkerchief-like. The balloon rises higher and higher, and you can hear the whoosh of the flames keeping it up. You can see tiny roads and thoroughfares. They look really fascinating. Dead ends are not dead ends. They take you places that you wouldn't be able to see if you were on the ground. You see canals, you see bridleways. As it rises higher, you can look down much more objectively at this landscape. You can see how a journey could be much more easily planned if you had more height, because the roads lead to unexpected places. Enjoy this journey. Everything down there is so remote. The sky becomes more interesting. Thermal airwaves pushing the balloon gently along. Other balloons in the air now, and all flying graciously, higher and higher, further and further. A sense of serenity and equanimity, drifting peacefully from here to there and nowhere in particular. A feeling of drifting freely, so pleasing. You can enjoy it for a few moments, safe and sound in this wonderful contraption. Ahead are some mountains, and the balloon travels towards them. One mountain in particular, you can see at the top of it, there's a little hill. And at the top of this hill, there's a walled garden, completely beautiful. But strangely, there's no entrance to the garden. There doesn't seem to be a way in. The pilot lands the balloon. There is someone there, beckoning you. You feel very at home. It feels so good, this garden of delight. The person recognizes you. It's an old friend, someone familiar. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't, but there is a connection there. You take your ease and feel how this place is soothing and nurturing, as if it cherishes you. You're admiring the view. It feels so good here, and you feel so loved. In a little while, you realize that you have to leave. Your companion has a gift. It's wrapped. You take it and put it about your person. Say your goodbyes and wander back to the balloon. Cast away, rising above the walls, up, up, up into the sky, floating from there to here, easily, swiftly, safely, serenely, coming back. And find that you land back here in this place, in this room, in this practice of Yoga Nidra, coming back, grounded, boosted, a particular feeling of well-being. And you have your gift, which you can open when you need to, when it's the right time, but there's no need to hurry. Reconnecting now with each breath in. When it feels right, bring your full awareness back into this room and into your body, lying comfortably in this practice of Yoga Nidra. And only when you're ready, and not a moment too early, there can be movement in your body. Come back to yourself kindly and gently, and move in a way that feels right for you. Starting with the outside edges of your body, your fingers and toes, and moving gradually towards the heart. If you like to lie on your side, you can roll over, curl up in a little ball, and rest there for a few moments. This practice of Yoga Nidra is finished now.